Have you heard the story of Morning Brew? They banked $75 million, all for a ridiculously simple email newsletter. And when you hear they get $75 million for this, you might think that maybe it was a 5-year grind that took tons of blood, sweat, and tears to climb to and achieve. But you'd be mistaken. They actually pulled this off fast. Now, when you keep watching, I'm going to share a surprising secret behind their rapid growth and how AI makes it simpler for you to accomplish this too. And they're not alone, by the way. Joe Polizzi, which I hope I pronounced his name right, he cashed in with his own newsletter called The Tilt. And daily AI newsletter called Mindstream sold out to HubSpot for multiple 6 figures. Now, I personally have grown my email list to hundreds of thousands, and that list has generated literally tens of millions of dollars in revenue for me and my businesses. And these weren't just lucky breaks. Everyone I mentioned followed specific, repeatable formulas that you can now leverage. And that is exactly what I'm going to be showing you in this video. And we're going to help you pull it off yourself. And with the methods that I am about to reveal to you, you can do it faster and easier than they did using AI. So you're going to want to keep watching as I show you how to launch your very own AI-powered newsletter in just 1 weekend and grow it into a profit-pulling powerhouse in just 5 easy steps. And when you stick around to the end a bit later, I have a bonus step that combines AI with a $2 a day strategy that will grow your business, grow your newsletter on autopilot. Now, this isn't just a tip. It's an exact, low-cost, high-leverage method that I use myself to bring in subscribers on my list while I'm sleeping. So are you ready to build wealth with your own AI-powered newsletter? Then let's dive in. Okay, this is all about how to grow your own newsletter, starting from scratch to repeat some of the successes that you have heard me just talk about. And I have a slide deck that we have prepared. We call it our playbook. And I'm going to walk through step by step and even show you the AI prompts that you can copy and paste into ChatGPT or other AI tools to accomplish this. Let's just get right into it and start with step number 1. The first thing you need to do is nail your idea. So you really need to get clear on who you are going to serve with your email newsletter and how. And that's what I'm going to show you exactly how to get that figured out. And you can do a brainstorming session with AI to accomplish this. Now, if you've watched my channel for long, you know I have a technique that I teach. It is actually rooted in ancient Japanese philosophy, and it is all about picking a topic and a strategy, a niche market, it's often referred to, is something that you have interest in, you have affinity for, meaning you like it to some degree, and you don't go into niche markets that you don't like, have little interest in, and don't know anything about, right? So we want you to be at least a little bit curious. We want you to at least be interested. And ideally, you're working on something that you love, that you're passionate about. And so there's a quick process that we teach. And again, I'll drop a link in the description of the video below if you haven't caught our training on this. It's called the Ikigai method. And Ikigai is that 2,000-year-old philosophy. That's what it's called, about how to decide what to do in life. And now we borrow it today and use AI to help us pick our niche market. So you're going to use this to get really clear on who you're going to serve. Who is your ideal audience? Is it moms with young children? Is it men over 50? Is it new business owners? It could be anybody. It could be people who are interested in the vegan lifestyle. It could be people that want to lose weight on the ketogenic diet. It could be a whole wide variety of different kinds of people that you're going to serve, but you need to get crystal clear on who they are and how you can help them. And so this prompt that you see here, it actually primes ChatGPT, which is the one I recommend you use, but you could use this with Google Gemini, with Claude, or with any other AI tool, if you have a favorite. And you can copy and paste this prompt right here. It's kind of long, kind of in detailed, but don't worry, I'm going to give it to you for free. I'll explain how you get that in a minute. And you're going to do this in 2 parts. So the first thing that you do is just copy and paste this entire prompt right into ChatGPT. And producer Nick, should we demonstrate this?
Yeah, sure. One, you just plug in the ChatGPT, then it's going to ask you some questions. You're going to answer them. You don't have to be that detailed. They can be like 1 or 2 word answers. Then you plug in prompt 2 as is, and it will give you 20 newsletter ideas you could start.
So we'll open up a new ChatGPT window. I'm just going to paste it right there, and I'm going to hit enter, and it's going to interview me. So you're literally turning the AI into a consultant by doing this. That's what this prompt does. And so right here, you can start to answer the questions. And you just type your answers for you. You just take what it asks you. It's going to grill you, and you just fill in the answers. We're going to submit that. And now what the world needs. So what problems or questions do people in your network frequently ask you about? What industries lack a trusted, curated source of information? So we'll submit those. Okay. And you go through this whole process. So 7, starting a business fast. 8, all the above. I can do all the things it's asking me about. So I'm going to answer that. 9, yes. Okay. Pop that. And again, your answers are going to be uniquely yours. And you're going to want to not be so quick to do them like I'm doing now. You'll want to spend some time thinking about them, answering them, kind of really self-reflect while you're going through this process. And if you do it really well, you'll come out with some amazing ideas. That is the thing here, is it's supposed to be a creative process that helps pull some stuff out of you, that helps you get into a newsletter business that you're just going to love running and is highly profitable, right? Got to have both of those things. So 10 people starting a business in search of profit. 12, yes, I have these products already. Now, on this answer here, when it's asking, are there products or services or offers you could integrate and sell to subscribers? This is an example of where you might want to think about affiliate marketing. So we're going to talk more about how you make money with this in just a minute. We're going to get deep into the best ways of monetizing this. But I want to let you know that if you don't have your own product or service and you would like to just promote affiliate offers of other companies, a newsletter is a great way to do it. So when it's asking you that question right there, you might want to go off on the web and go looking to see if there are affiliate offers related to the topics that it might brainstorm with you. And I'm going to hit submit. So now at this step, do not answer the final question here. What you're actually going to want to do is refer back to the prompt that I'm going to give you. And we have prompt number 2. So I want to give it specific guidance about how it's going to answer this. So we're going to take prompt number 2. So again, I'm going to give you this. Just stay tuned. I'll explain how you can get it in a minute. And we're going to go back to ChatGPT and we are going to just paste it into the same exact window. Don't make a new chat window. Same window, paste it in. So now you're going to get much better results. See, it's breaking it down into a nice table, giving us an idea for our newsletter right here, who the target audience is, the core value proposition, how you can make money with it, and then it digs into why this can work, and then examples of other newsletters that have been successful already. So you have a lot of data that'll help guide you through choosing and picking your newsletter. Now with me, they're all about AI, using AI in business. But for you, you're going to have a variety of different answers depending upon how you answer the questions when it interrogates you, as it's quizzing you. If you give it a variety of different niches, let's say you're really passionate about gardening, but also about alternative health or about fitness or maybe your career or your area of education, whatever answers you give the AI in step 1, it's going to feed back to you in the form of proven, successful ideas that you can use to build your own newsletter in those topics. Does that make sense? So what you put in is going to generate what comes out for your newsletter ideas. And usually they're really, really good. And they're going to be ideas in niche markets and in areas that you have some interest in, that you have maybe a little bit of passion about. And I find that this is vital for a long-term success in business, is that you're doing something that you actually have your heart into when you're moving forward. All right, so now we've got our ideas from ChatGPT. We can pick one of these and we're ready to launch into the next steps of the training. We can use AI to do batches of content for our newsletter. And here's where I find that people get really, really stuck. They cannot figure out what to talk about. They overthink it, over-research it, and you just need to make it simple. And we're going to show you, again, some methods that you can use AI to do this. And this right here is a case study, by the way, of someone who did this right here. In his case, he created a newsletter and a topic he knew nothing about, which isn't necessarily what I'm recommending for you to do. But I want to demonstrate that because he knew nothing about it, he just made it simple to write his newsletter. He grew a giant newsletter. So you can see right here that he sold this for close to 8 figures. So that's 10 million bucks or more. And he got close to it. So, I mean, we could call it like around $9 million for him. And he's not the only one. You can see Dan Nee here with a giant newsletter called TLDR. One newsletter, $4 million per year, 30 minutes a day. That's insane. Imagine spending 30 minutes a day and banking $4 million bucks. Now, with ChatGPT, they have a feature called deep research, which makes this Super easy to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to use ChatGPT and this prompt that I'm also going to give you. I'll be sharing this with you totally for free. You just copy and paste this prompt. You fill in the blanks. Like you can see here, here's the date. So you'll add today's date for you when you're making this. You'll go through and fill out some of these gaps here. You fill in anywhere you see these brackets in all caps. You want to come in here and change those, customize those to fit what your newsletter is about. And then you'll copy and paste this whole thing into what's called a deep research session. I'm not going to customize this. I'll show you exactly how you do it. You simply take the prompt that I'm going to give you in the deck, and then you come over to ChatGPT, which is right here, and we're going to do a new chat, and we are going to change it to deep research. So see the deep research mode right there? Toggle that on, and then paste the prompt. Make sure you customize it. I'm not going to submit this, and you hit submit. There we go. That's the process. And just be sure you turn on deep research to make that work. Now, I've been teaching you about the prompts and everything here. So what we're going to do before I get into how you get subscribers, I do want to let you know that you can download this deck. We call it our playbook, and you can download the playbook. All you need to do is be an Ingeniosity subscriber. It's completely free, costs nothing. And we'll drop a link to how you subscribe to Ingeniosity. I'll drop that into the description and comments below. As a subscriber, you'll get access to our library. So when you sign up, go in, save the link to the library, and you can go back to it, and you can always come back and get our newest and most up-to-date playbooks that we add them into the same library every week when there's new content. Right now, there are dozens of playbooks in there waiting for you, and this one will be uploaded into the library very soon, and you'll be able to have instant access to it. As soon as we upload it, it'll just be there in the library. You can download the playbook. It'll come with all the prompts that you see that I showed you on screen and some more I'm going to show you in a minute. But all those prompts and all the information, links to the case studies, and any other extra stuff we think you need to implement this will all be included in that playbook. So just head on over there and make sure you become a subscriber to get it totally for free. Step 3. You need to claw your way to your first 1,000 subscribers. And as much as this can become easy in getting subscribers, especially as you begin to get momentum, and sometimes it takes a lot of effort, right? And I'm going to show you some strategies, especially my bonus strategy at the end of the video is going to make this so much easier for you. But you do need to be prepared to buckle in and brute force claw your way to your first 1,000 subscribers. Sometimes you have to do things early on that don't scale. So here's somebody, Edwin Dorsey, he founded a newsletter called The Bear Cave, okay? That makes over $900,000 a year now. What he talks about is in the early days of his newsletters, he says, I clawed my way to my first 3,000 free subscribers. And so you'll see this time and time again with these giant newsletters that they end up making all this money. Their big focus is in how they resorted to very unconventional and sometimes things that are not going to be automatic or scalable in the future. I think so many entrepreneurs get tied up in looking for things that are super automated, super scalable. And in the early days of starting your newsletter, you might not need to do that. You might instead need to be posting on Facebook. Heck, you might want to be hitting up your friends and family who are interested in the topic you're writing about. In fact, some of the people that have grown these newsletters did things like showing up on college campuses with a notepad and getting people to by hand subscribe to their newsletters. So what I want you to do is open your mind to, instead of focusing on long-term strategies, say Facebook ads or other kinds of content marketing that's going to be repeating itself, instead focus on what can you do to just get subscribers now, any method imaginable that you can possibly think of. Just get your list built, get those initial subscribers, and claw your way to that first 1,000 subscribers. Until you get to a point where you're getting a decent number of subscribers, it can be hard to make money. And so what I want for you is to get to the point where you have at least 1,000 subscribers so you can begin making money quickly, which then gives you motivation to keep going and push through and make this a success, okay? Now you can also do a referral program. So we recommend a platform called Beehive to host your newsletter. I'll drop a link to that. I have an affiliate link that will get you a 14-day free trial, so you can sign up for free. And in that tool called Beehive are some referral methods where you can have people pass around referral links to get extra stuff from you. That is one way I recommend doing it in the early days. And that's how Morning Brew did it, by the way. So remember the $75 million email newsletter I talked about? 30% of their subscribers come from referrals. So they grew to 2.5 million subs very fast. And the referral program was a key part of their success. Now, as you begin to make money, I highly recommend you start looking into paid sources of traffic. I'm going to show you a method that is incredibly inexpensive, very cheap at the end. So I have a bonus strategy I'm going to give you at the end of this video that's really cheap to help you get subscribers. But what you'll want to do is once you get launched, you get momentum going, you get some subscribers going, any income, any revenue you have, pour it right back into paid methods of getting new subscribers. Which, by the way, that's a little thing I want to ask. Can you guys let me know in the comments below? Are you interested in a deep dive about all the different kinds of traffic strategies that you could use to build your newsletter? Because there's a lot of them. There's anything from paid sponsorships to referrals to YouTube ads to Facebook ads to TikTok, even Pinterest. There are a ton of paid ways to get subscribers on your email list. Anybody interested in a deep dive or a roundup where I can go through all those different strategies and help recommend which ones are right for you? Let me know in the comments. Just drop a comment down below and let us know if you'd like a deep dive into some of the paid traffic strategies that not only can get you subscribers, but they can get you sales too. So now, once you've climbed up and you've gotten to the point where you have 10,000 subscribers, you're going to want to do a product launch. Even if you're trying to make money with affiliate marketing, and let's say you have built your list and you've been promoting other people's offers. Maybe you're getting paid ads in your newsletter. You're promoting affiliate offers from networks like ClickBank or wherever you might go to. You're getting commission for promoting products in your newsletter. There's a variety of ways to make money with them. But ultimately, I highly recommend you shift. And about 10,000 subscribers is probably the key point to do it. And what you should do is launch your own product. If that seems overwhelming, I have a lot of tools and automation systems that will help you do that. And you can keep an eye on the channel for more information about that, or I'll even link to some down below in our description. But we have tools like PushButton AI and others that can build these products for you. So you should build and launch your own products. And those could be courses, membership websites, software tools. There's a whole variety of different things that you can build and launch. And I recommend that when you get to that 10,000 subscriber mark, you shift a little bit, build your own thing and begin promoting it. And I recommend you do it with a product launch is what that's called, where you build demand, build desire and interest and curiosity, and then boom, you launch it to your list. And some people have had amazing success doing this. But product launches are actually quite simple. What I like to do is I like to charge as much money as I think I can justify for the product and then pre-sell it. So just really warm your list up, talk up the product, even weeks ahead of time, and do a whole countdown leading up to the launch. Talk about the benefits of the product. How does it help people solve problems? How does it help them achieve their goals? Get them hyped and excited about it, and then boom, you launch it. That is the way to do a product launch. And I've seen people scoop up hundreds of thousands of dollars with lists of this size when they do a product launch like this. I do want to remind you that you can download our playbook. So everything you see on the screen here, you can go download the playbook. Just go to pushbutton.ai/subscribe, get your copy of it. All right, so now I want to talk about something that we have covered on the channel. And this is a very inexpensive method for getting lots of traffic. And this can work so well with the newsletter business. And I happen to have a complete training that walks you through step-by-step how to do this. And I'm not kidding. You do this right, and 24/7, you have a subscriber machine where there are clicks coming to your website, even while you're asleep, and they're signing up to your newsletter and buying your stuff and reading your emails. It's amazing. And it can be automated and it can be very inexpensive. So it's a specific strategy, and I teach it on a YouTube video on the channel. This strategy has brought me over 26 million visitors to just one single website using that strategy. And here is the video. I'll link to it in just a moment, but it will walk you through step by step how you apply this to your own newsletter or any business for that matter to get floods and floods of traffic very inexpensively. Now, I want to ask you for a favor. If you got value from this video training, hit that thumbs up button and give us a like. It really does help the channel and it helps me, and I would be eternally grateful. And then of course, if you want more content like this from me and from our team, look down below, you'll see that red subscribe button. Tap the subscribe button, join the channel. And if you have a chance, set your notifications, because just subscribing to the channel, unfortunately, isn't enough. YouTube doesn't always send out the notifications. If you want to make sure that next time I'm live or next time I post really valuable content like this, if you want to make sure you're notified, you will have to click the little bell icon. So look for the little drop down, tap that bell, and become part of the billionaire army. And I'll be dropping more and more training like this. And then be sure to let us know down below, would you like more training? Drop a comment and let me know if you want more training on paid traffic strategies inexpensive, but they do cost money. There's a whole variety. There's like a dozen different ones that we could cover. If you'd like me to do a deep dive or a roundup of all the different methods, just drop a comment down below and vote for that. It's all according to what you guys request here on the channel is what we cover. So whether it's that or anything else, drop it down below. I hope you got value from this. And I'm going to link to that YouTube training. It should pop up right around here, or maybe over here, maybe here. I don't know, somewhere on here. Click it, go watch that other training on how to get traffic. I'll see you there. Bye for now.